Welcome to Joe Stunner Boxing. Raymond Muratalla is a 135-pounder who he's been vying for a title shot for some time now. He moved to 22 wins with 17 KOs, no draws, no defeats. He knocked out Jesus Perez, who had never before been previously stopped in 30 fights. Perez came in with 25 wins, 18 KOs. All five of his defeats had been on points, and in fact, his previous fight, he beat Jojo Diaz on a split decision over 10 rounds. He'd been the distance with Brian Norman Jr., Alexis Rocha, Danilito Zoria. The guy he's a difficult guy to get out of there, and he was absolutely blitzed by Muratalla, who made a sort of a statement here because, Perez, he's one of those gatekeeper types, and you've got to be really good to get rid of him. He's only 27 years old, Mexican guy from Tijuana. They breed him tough over there, as you know. But Muratalla seemed to be on a mission. He wanted to just blast this guy out of the water, become the first guy to stop him. He was coming off a victory, 10-round points victory over Tevin Farmer. That was his second 10-round decision this year, in 2024. And he beat Jeremiah Nakatila. That was a second-round stoppage back in 2023. He beat a guy called Humberto Galindo, who actually was on the card. The same card as an opponent. He beat him back in 2023. That was a ninth round stoppage. This guy's been fighting these sort of C plus B minus guys, and moved up. Obviously, I think Jeremiah Nakatila was considered to be, a bit of a step up at the time. Tevin Farmer is a former world champ. That was considered a step up. And now he's got a two-round win over a guy who'd never before been stopped. So he's sort of, the C plus to B level fighters. He's racking up a few of them on his record, but Farmer had seen his better days in his rearview mirror. And to be honest with you, he's still looking for Muratalla. Still looking for a world-class, sort of prime world-class opponent on his record. And that's not to say he's not a worthy contender, because he is. He's also 27 years old, Orthodox fighter from California. Afterwards, he was saying he wants, Lomachenko, Baranchek, Shackle Stevenson. The jury is still out on whether he can be truly competitive against someone like Stevenson. Stevenson may not be that entertaining to watch, but he's extremely effective. Loma, we're not sure about. We don't know what he's got left or if he's retired or not. If I was Muratalla, I'd go for Baranchek because I think that's a winnable fight for him. But that would still be a jump up in quality of opposition. He did look against Jesus Perez. He did look very effective. He did, and he had that killer instinct, which in the past has seemed to be lacking somewhat. If you think back to the Tevin Farmer fight earlier in the year, he did well, but there were rounds where he wasn't really doing enough, where he wasn't really being aggressive enough, Farmer's slippery and slick, and I've got the feeling Muratalla was either half asleep or didn't like the slickness. Whereas against someone like Perez, he could show his skills, he could show his power, because he does have 17 KOs in 22 wins. That's decent power. But I would say, like I say, Baranchek, that's winnable, but he's still got it all to prove. There's still at the top level as the jury's still out, and that's not to say he's he's not. Again, he is a worthy contender. Don't get me wrong. But we'll see. He's held some of those global trinkets, whatever they're called. You know, I think he's been North American champion. All these sort of, you know, secondary belts, they're all very well, but you've really got to, step up and just, you know, start. If the champions won't fight you, then you've got to go through the contenders. You've got to face some top 10, some top 5 guys, get them out of the way, and demand, you know, a title shot. Prove that you are the man, you know, and that no one can duck you. And if he can't get a world title shot, if no one will fight him, as he says is the case, then at 27, he could spend the next 18 months, 2 years fighting guys who are fellow contenders, get rid of them, and then force one of the champions to face you. He seems to have the backing anyway, you know. I mean, he's a top rank guy, top rank, promoted by Top Rank. They've got connections. But he's a good fighter, you know. He's a good fighter. I like watching him. He can blow a little bit hot and cold, but I think overall he's got good skills. And I think as he faces higher ranking guys, he'll fight up to the level of his opposition. Maybe he's one of those guys. He fights either down to the level of the opposition, or he rises up when he faces someone good. I've got a feeling he might be one of those guys. But let me know what you think about Raymond Muratalla. He's a 135-pound contender. Let me know what you think. Who would you like to see him in with next? I think Braincheck's a good bet, to be honest with you. And yeah, just let me know. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching the video. If you're new to the channel, you could subscribe. That would be brilliant. And also hit the like button. That helps us out a great deal. And yeah, I'll catch you later. Bye for now.